Alrighty guys, we're back for Azula Enchantments, and this is a Last Airbender Standard brew, and I'm Red Cat. Let's briefly go over the deck, then hop right into some Ranked. But first things first, this was a Discord suggestion, so thank you so much for the suggestion. We know it was a fun one because we actually played this over on the Twitch channel, and we built the deck list over on the Twitch channel too, so a lot of fun stuff packed in. We have all four Fire Lord Azula. 4 mana 4/4 legendary creature with firebending 2. Whenever you cast a spell while Fire Lord Azula is attacking, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Gives us a little note: a copy of a permanent spell becomes a token, and we do have some permanent spells that we could copy here off the Fire Lord Azula. Enduring Curiosity is one of those spells. Of course, it has flash, very powerful top-end creature, definitely worth the 3 of. We got 3 entity trackers in here too to fit the enchantment theme. So whenever an enchantment you control enters, and whenever you fully unlock a room, which we don't have any rooms packed in, draw a card. But yeah, with the flash, if you're attacking in with Azula, getting that copy of a tracker or the Enduring Curiosity is actually really powerful. But more often than not, you're probably just going to be using the extra firebending mana to copy something like a Burst Lightning, making the cut as a 4 of. How about a Torch the Tower, maybe pop a couple of the opponent's creatures. We have an Untimely Malfunction in here as a 2 of as well. This is a 2 mana instant speed. You get to choose one: destroy target artifact, or change the target of spell or ability with a single target, which is actually pretty good. Or 1 or 2 target creatures can't block this turn. So if you end up copying this with a Fire Lord Azula, you can take up to 4 creatures out of the blocking equation, which is actually kind of crazy, right? How about a copy on Bulk Up? Double target creature's power until end of turn. So if you're getting in with the Azula, use that Firebending 2 to drop a Bulk Up. That's 8 power. Then the copied Bulk Up brings Azula up to 16 power. And it might be even more than that because there's other ways to actually boost the Azula power, like Frostcliff Siege, which is going to be a great way to give the Azula haste. But then we also have all 4 Brynhildrs, another fantastic way to give the Azula haste, but also fitting the enchantment theme for the tracker. And then also just seeing more off the top with the Brynhildr is actually really powerful too. So, all right. What else do we got packed in? We have a 1 of Nashi, Searcher in the Dark. When Nashi deals combat damage to a player, you mill that many cards, and then you may put any number of legendary and or enchantment cards from among them into your hand. So this can help you find more enchantments or find your legendary Fire Lord Azula. Really neat addition, actually. More cards packed in. We have some tempo with a couple Into the Flood Maw. We also have a couple 3 steps ahead for some card draw or just an essential counterspell too. How about a 1 of Redirect Lightning? Sure, it'll do the thing every now and then for sure. 23 total mana, and the mana base was beautiful overall. A lot of great mana fixing. All 4 Watery Grave, all 4 Riverpyre Verge, all 4 Multiversal Passage, and all 4 Starting Town. Just made for a very clean 3-color mana base experience. How about some honorable mentions? Great Train Heist is going to be a really fun one to try out with firebending eventually. And then Vel'Gavoth's Lair was actually in the list for a time, but then we ended up dropping it at some point. So something to consider though for sure. All the games you're about to see were played over on stream already. I'm going to go ahead and choose the best ones that showcase the deck list. Wins or losses, it doesn't matter. Whichever ones showcase the deck list the best is the ones that I'm going to choose. And then also, guys, we go ahead and skip the final thoughts on these edited videos, and I hope that's okay. Either way, let's go ahead and get into the games. Okay, yeah. I like it. It'd be a weird mulligan because we have all the mana we need. We can totally keep Burst Lightning open, have Watery Grave next turn with the Nashi, and it's worth keeping Burst Lightning open based on the meta we've been seeing, so. Intimidation tactics? You monster! How dare, opponent! Goodbye, my friend, Fire Lord Azula. I think Fire Lord Azula is about to get picked up by a bat, guys, so we better save the Burst Lightning. Then again, it is the furthest away, so I guess it makes a little bit of sense. Right? Be very patient with the Burst Lightning. 2 open, okay. Brynhildr, that's good. We could go Brynhildr instead of Siege for the turn, maybe. Instead of taking 2 from the passage, which could matter, guys, in the late game versus potentially mono black discard. They slowly dwindle 2 from you the whole time. You could also just keep Entity Tracker open with the Burst Lightning, maybe. That seems pretty good too, honestly. Extra red source on the board isn't going to hurt anything, I suppose. Alright. Tracker open with Burst Lightning. Yeah, without the 4th in hand, we don't worry about a turn for Hasty Firelord Azula. To the Schism, nice. Opponent's tapped out, we can do the tracker now. Starting town was a turn late, unfortunately. That's okay, we can still, maybe we'll find an untapped source by dropping the Siege. Tracker doesn't get by the Preacher. We could see more off the top with the Brynhildr as well. 1 off the top. Verge open. Draw on the tracker. Yeah, let's see more off the top here. Burst Lightning. Watery Grave. Okay. So we can do Watery Grave untapped for no reason. Well, honestly, before the Brynhildr dies, we should probably do this tapped anyways over the starting town. Nah, because it can come down untapped next turn, and Brynhildr's not the biggest target out there, so keep the Burst Lightning open. No swings. They got a good swing with the Preacher of the Schism. Goodbye, Entity Tracker. I'm sorry, my friend. You get out of my hand. No, the Frostcliff Siege. No. Maybe we double down Burst Lightnings on Preacher, though, opponent. Maybe you want to take one of those? Yeah? Yeah, they do, actually. Wow. I think I'm okay with this. Long goodbye. Oh. Wow. Poor Entity Tracker. It was still removal for the poor little buddy. Okay, they restocked their hand a little bit. No good blocks, because I want to play that land next turn, and it's not a good 2-for-1 if they have like a stab. Oh, Brynhildr off the top's pretty good. Alright, so we can go Watery Grave untapped down to 14, keep Burst Lightning open, or we just play it tapped now while the Brynhildr's alive, right? Get Firelord Azula down. And then double down on Burst Lightning from the swing here. Azula! Go, go, go! Let's go. So during combat, this gets copied, right? Yeah. They dropped the nice. Thank you, opponent. This was a Discord suggestion. Let's go. Oh man, that's a chunk of damage, and the Preacher of the Schism's off the board from just 1 Burst Lightning. Ooh, not quite there yet. Strategic Betrayal. Very nice, opponent. I'm scared about it. Bulk up. Wow. It's a good thing you found that removal. Guys, we're going to start with Frostcliff Siege now. Get a swing with the Brynhildr this turn. See more off the top too. Brynhildr's going to have a huge target on its back. Oh, especially with an Entity Tracker chilling underneath it. Brynhildr, get down, bro! Soulstone Sanctuary is a really good draw for them, and they still have 2 open here. It's actually going to be a nowhere to run, guys. Holy cow. Holy cow. We do this before combat. Holy cow, dude. Down to 4. Opponent, what do you got? What do you got over there? You gotta have something. Woo! Ritual Chamber. That is good. That is good, actually. because it does get around our board state. However, we could still swing. We could still bulk up and get the demon off the board. They're at 4 right now. Redirect Lightning's actually pretty good. We should do this. It's a pretty good combat trick, actually, unless their last card in hand is a stab. So I'm pretty sure this is worthwhile for us, because they're going to unlock the Unholy Annex next turn. Get the demon. Yeah, I agree. Duress. Haha, I'll redirect it. No, you can have that, buddy. Actually, I'll pay the extra 2 and target the opponent with the duress. They don't have any cards in hand, though. Untimely Malfunction. Wow, both the opponent and I both fizzled out. Also, why didn't they? Oh, because they're at 4. I was going to say, why didn't they activate the Unholy Annex? Too bad the Malfunction can't hit enchantments too. That would be a crazy card, though. Uh-oh. Looking for some haste. Looking for some haste. Bum, bum, bum. Looking for some haste. I guess looking for some creatures to give haste is what I should be saying. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. We lost too many creatures at once, guys. Need some of our card draw too, maybe, but I don't know. So if I change, so return up to 2 target creature and or planeswalker cards from a grave. If I change the target, what happens if they don't have a target? Like, can I say no target? Change the target of target spell or ability to with a single target. So no, I would only be able to change it to the Preacher of the Schism. Okay. Okay, so they get that. They're going to replay it, which is really good news for them. It wouldn't work. Okay, yeah, so I was wondering. Yeah, because I don't play with these types of abilities very often. So Torch the Tower also doesn't hit Preacher of the Schism, which is really bad news. We don't find the creature anyways. Guys, I think Preacher of the Schism is going to pull them back into this game pretty fast here. We had a wild early showcase with a hardcore fizzle at the end. Just draw a creature, right? Easier said than done. We already had so many creatures. I'm going to save the Torch the Tower for now. I keep double checking this because, yeah, we can take their blockers out of the equation when it comes time with the Malfunction, which is just really good. Velgavoth's Lair, I'm actually going to save that in hand in case we find an entity tracker and we don't need more mana on the board at all. We have 8 mana, and so does the opponent at that, so... And it's not even a flood. We're 23 in, so 8 in the top 23. That's a chunk of land, but it's not necessarily a flood, right? Still no demons, so they still don't activate Unholy Annex, plus they do have 3 cards in hand now as well. We could stop the life gain with the Torch the Tower, but I think we might still have better targets. For example, when they actually do find their Deep Cavern Bats and stuff. Oh, Torch for the Scry. Oh. Okay. That's not a bad idea, guys. That's a good idea. So bargain for the Scry. Take the life gain off of the board too. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Yeah, because we've been searching. Oh my goodness, get out of here, land. Get out of here. Banish to the bottom. Oh no, guys. Oh no. Scavenger Regent. Wow, the ward on that is a little scary. Definitely need to keep the extra cards in hand when it comes time to like take that out of the blocking equation. Fire Lord Azula. Let's go. Is Azula gonna survive though? 2 cards in the opponent's hand. Let's end this, Azula. Let's do this. Come on. Come on. Okay. Okay, here goes nothing. We do have the Untimely Malfunction, but the problem is... Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, wait. Okay. Change the target. Discard lair target regent. It's just too bad that we don't get the copy. It's too bad, right? That's okay. That's okay. That's still really cool, right? They still have 1 card left in hand. Oh, no. Oh, double shoot the sheriff. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Right. So Preach of the Schism's a good target, too. We take more damage from the Regent in the air, though. I think it's actually... I don't know. I really don't. I think it's Regent because it's in the air. It's a bigger threat once we're low enough. It's kind of a tough decision. Oh, I didn't have to discard. The opponent had to discard? No, they didn't have to discard either. I guess it wasn't my target, so I didn't have to pay the ward cost. Weird interactions, guys, for sure. Another bulk up. Oh no, they're going back up to 7 with this next swing here. Oh no, guys, not like this. Yeah, changing the target gets around ward. Yeah, just a weird Magic the Gathering interaction. Yeah, I guess since ward specifies whenever a permanent with ward becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls. Super weird. Interesting stuff, though. Need 4 Azula? I think you're right, but I don't want to craft the 4th Azula. I'm being very picky about it. I think the 3 should work fine. Oh, good game, by the way, opponent. Also, my cabbages. Oh, also, here you go, buddy. Here you go, have a little boost to boost. Oh, still have enough mana for another bulk up. If the opponent lets me. Shoot the sheriff. Yeah, get those quests done, buddy. Heck yeah. Oh man. That was a good game. That was silly. We fizzled out pretty hardcore, but we totally did the thing. I could mulligan, but speaking of being crazy, we're gonna give this a shot, dude. And plus, we're totally here to test the deck to its limits anyways, so. Can't get rid of the Temple of Deceit. Oh, there we go. Redirect Lightning. Sure, we can keep that open. The 3 Nashi. Does Nashi help you grab land, though? Or it's just enchantments, right? Or it might be creatures and enchantments, actually. Hey, there's the 4th. Right. Get the starting town down while we can. Against Dimir colors so far. All Fate Scroll, 3 steps ahead. So blue source open over the 2 damage from the passage because we could still see an untapped source off the top. Okay, that's that. So this is just their mana rock of choice, I suppose, right? And a little bit of ramp could go a long way. Still got 4 mana here. I think they're going to just pass it back, unfortunately. I'll run the first Firelord Azula out. Oh! It's honestly a pretty good counterspell, right? So that's a pretty good counterspell. We should take that while we can. 3 mana card for a 3 mana card. Hey. Alright, dude. I'm gonna play Firelord Azula. I know we don't have a way to give it haste, but... Get down, Azula, run! Run! It's not a shoot the sheriff, we're fine. We're totally fine. This is not the Azula you are looking for, opponent. Also, the opponent's name is greatly concerning. Oh no! Azula, why? Unable to scream? Oh no. Alright, let's do, just play this out. Yeah, we didn't have 1 mana open for, like, Redirect Lightning, but we didn't have any valid targets anyways, so... Let's do... We could do Passage untapped for Lightning and Curiosity open, but I don't think we need to. I think we could just, yeah, get a black source on the board that's not a starting town, I suppose, right? Like that. Curiosity's open. This is damage to a player, right? Deals combat damage. Yeah, Azula's at 0, so... Also, I guess it... Wait. Yeah, we could still attack with Azula, which is interesting, but we don't have anything to copy anyway, so no attacks. That's definitely interesting that we can still attack. Oh, it lost the ability too, so... But if it was like a 1-2, then Curiosity would be worth a shot. Probably plays Chainsaw. Oh no. Oh no, Chainsaw is the opponent's favorite card. It all makes sense now. Let's see if we can get a counterspell out of the opponent's hand here. Oh, pay the 2, keep the Redirect Lightning open just in case. That's true, Jam, that's true. See if it's going to be some spot removal for one of these then. Spot removal on Curiosity is not the greatest. Untimely Malfunction's pretty okay. That can actually pop the All Fates scroll. The bulk up isn't bad here, but I think we want to save it maybe for the end. And the second Firelord Azula could be good too, but I think we just go for the swing with the Enduring Curiosity. See if they have anything, and then try Enduring Curiosity number 2. Especially if they have like anything to like exile Curiosity, we could switch the target to Firelord Azula. Fresh start, enchant creature. -5/-0 loses all abilities. We can spend 3 mana or pay 5. I'm going to risk it with the pay 5 so I can play the other Curiosity. How do you guys feel about that? There you go. This is cool, man. Okay, we're already in the blocking step. Draw 2. Firelord Azula, beautiful Frostcliff Siege. Oh, very nice, guys. So with Redirect Lightning stopping counterspells, it needs, so the counterspell would need another target to hit, right? Oh my goodness, guys, my board state. Well, I have bad news for the opponent if this lands. Hey, there we go. All right. Let's see what ends up happening here. Still hitting the All Fates scroll could be pretty cool. Alright, draw. No, it loses abilities. No. I was so excited for some more cards in hand. Still a really good play though, right? I think so. I hope so. Because now if they find like a board wipe too, we'll have haste on the Azula. On it being sus with all these enchants. I like it. It's kind of funny and actually very budget friendly too as far as removal goes. Unable to Scream's a common. A Fresh Start is uncommon, but it comes in with that flash. Losing all abilities is really cool. Yeah, we're gonna try a hasty Firelord Azula. Nowhere to run. Let's see their target and then maybe just let it happen, honestly. Because the curiosity will come back with the ability then. Like, why bother with the Untimely Malfunction? One extra. We're going to bulk up the Azula twice, potentially, so... Oh, it doesn't have the ability on the board. Oh, okay, maybe the Malfunction could have been worth it then. Unless we see mana off the top that's untapped. I was going to say, because then we could have Malfunction and Bulk Up open off the Firebending. But with the opponent having one card remaining, there's a chance that they have something for Firelord Azula anyways. Doesn't feel like it's anything, huh, guys? This is crazy, dude. This is crazy. Wow. Go for it. The dream. The deck list is really showcasing something, right? Good hand. Nashi's combat damage to a player. Mill that many cards. Put any number of legendary and or enchantment cards from among them into your hand. So it can pick up Azula too, which is so cool. Starting town. Good draw, but we might as well just call, well, Verge. Yeah. If we go... No, I'm sorry, guys. I'm blanking on how it works. Starting town 2, but we won't have Burst Lightning open, which could matter. This is actually kind of a hard decision. I think I want Brynhildr, actually. I'm gonna go blue on the first passage, and maybe Verge next turn, starting town on 3. But then by doing it this way, we don't have Burst Lightning open. We get the collar out, and we actually do see, unfortunately, starting town number 2, which definitely messes with this a little bit, but we'll just treat it as a late game tap land. So we could go starting town into Nashi, but we could give Nashi the haste from the Brynhildr. We pop collar with the Burst Lightning, they can just bring it back. Take 2 anyway, so we want to see more off the top here. Torch the tower, that's the one. That's the one. Yeah, Nashi on turn 3 instead. Yep, makes sense with the Brynhildr haste. I agree. I agree for sure. Yeah, starting town's the black source. Then we have Verge open for Burst Lightning. They're going to go Unholy Annex for the turn, guys, and we're just going to go ahead and take the 2 because we're going to go ahead and torch the tower. Entity Tracker is pretty good, too. Like I said, starting town's coming down. Exile the collar all day. Torch the tower, always proven itself, huh? Instead of paying 2 on the passage, starting town now, because it'll be 2 tapped lands in a row if we don't do that, where we can always pay 2 from the passage next turn for 4, if we need to. But it might just be starting town Entity Tracker open. Let's see what we see, though. The synergies in here are crazy, man. Ooh, nowhere to run. Yeah, I'm really liking this one. But I really liked the shrines too. It's a lot of fun today, man. Going down to 9 Bloodletter is brutal, but we do have haste on Firelord Azula for the turn. No, we don't. We don't have haste. No, we do. We do. The Brynhildr ability is still active. So we have Passage, Call, Swamp. Okay. Okay, pay 2. Azula off the top. Worth the 4 of in here, dude. Wow. Now we Burst Lightning. They dropped the nice. Thank you, opponent. Dude, I think I'm going to play the other Burst Lightning too. I'm lagging a little bit. I think I'm going to play this, guys. While we have it, I'm going for it. Because I think Fire Lord Azula is going to die next turn anyways, so let's just max out the damage, get him down to 4, see what we can get up to here. Ooh, bulk up in the grave, Brynhildr to hand. Wow. Bring it on, opponent, huh? We got this, guys. Needs a demon, powers up Soulstone Sanctuary. That'll do it. They go back up to 6, but Nowhere to Run pops the Sanctuary pretty successfully. We go down to 4, down to 2. And like I said, though, Nowhere to Run. I guess we could do Nowhere to Run in combat, but we might as well do it now, guys, because they're tapped out other than that. And then there we go. They dropped the GGs for us. Thank you, opponent. Good game. I'm not going to hold them up with the copy on the tracker. They were being a good sport as well there at the end. Letting us swing in was huge too. Thank you, opponent. It doesn't happen very often where we actually get the opponent to 0. Most of the time it's just a concede, right? So, cool. This is fun, dude. This is fun. We're having a really good time. We go first. Azula in hand. All the mana we need in hand. We keep this. Start with the tapped Watery Grave. Yeah, I don't think the opponent's going to show up, so we'll go another after this. The initial mulligan timer always takes a little bit too long. The opponent has arrived! Opponent, welcome to the table, buddy. What do you got for me, huh? Check this out. Wait, I don't need to play that. Never mind. Don't look at that. Don't look at that, opponent. Let's get, I guess a second black source here isn't going to hurt, but also a second red source isn't going to hurt either, so I guess that works. Instead of paying the 2, we might as well do that because we still have Into the Flood Maw open. Tracker is open. Yeah, they had to finish the poo, then they arrived, exactly. Alright, let's see what they have here for the tracker, unfortunately. With 3 mana open, double blue on the board, it's going to be an Aven Interrupter. Uh-oh, airbending. Curiosity. I'm just going to drop the Fire Lord Azula, guys. We might as well. Actually, Entity Tracker Nowhere to Run's pretty good too. Draw a card. I know we have to pay. I know we could do Nowhere to Run first for a free Entity Tracker, but we have nothing else in hand outside the Into the Flood Maw, so we might as well do this in this order, because then the Nowhere to Run at the very least replaces itself. And since we had nothing else in hand, that all makes sense to me. Burst Lightning's pretty good. Yep. Tracker reestablished on the board. Gives me some good confidence here. Ooh, bulk up is awesome. And then, of course, I think we're going to start with the Tracker swing, try the Curiosity, but just see what happens. If we decide that Curiosity's a no-go, then we can establish the Fire Lord Azula for the turn. Okay, do we try it? Probably. Probably. See if we can get a counterspell out of the opponent's hand at the very least. Maybe we still get the 2 through from the Tracker. I mean, Into the Flood Maw. Does Curiosity land? Could be a second Interrupter. It's going to be Aang. All right. Airbend the Curiosity. I'd say that was a good tempo turn from the opponent, although Air Nomad Legacy. Create a clue, boost the Aang. Air Nomad Legacy. Oh crap, Aang all of a sudden becomes a threat, and it's not a great card to bounce with the Into the Flood Maw either, so that's pretty scary, man. Oh, Brynhildr's a good draw. Wow. Entity Tracker would be the play if we had the mana. We could still tempo the Aang, but then Aang tempos us right back, so it's probably Brynhildr. See what we see. We could find mana, keep the tracker open. At that point, with airbending, it's not like it doesn't make it sorcery speed, right? Its owner may cast it from exile by paying 2 rather than paying its mana cost. So we can still cast the Enduring Curiosity at Flash then, right? So we can keep open the Burst Lightning and Into the Flood Maw too. I hope so. Yeah, airbending is not like being plotted, so that's true. We could maybe get a counterspell out of the opponent's hand and then go for the Azula. That's very, very true. Good idea. Gonna get some card draw with the clue right at the beginning of their turn here, guys. Wow, they're going flyers. Tempo flyers at that. They got 1 Verge open. Wouldn't be terrible to just bounce the Aang here, but I think Curiosity's a little better. Since it does look like we'll have a successful Azula, unless they have their own bounce spell or something. Okay, down to 11. Scary business. Yep, some flying tempo. Very fun stuff. Do the Curiosity dance for some good luck. See what happens here. It lands. All right, Brynhildr survives. Let's do it, man. Fire Lord Azula. See what we can get up to. Number 1. Oh. Dude, Aang having 6 toughness is rough, man. It's too bad we don't have... Well, let's see what we do here. Fire Lord Azula gets haste. Unfortunately, they do have something open, guys. They're gonna Into the Flood Maw, the Enduring Curiosity over the Fire Lord Azula. We're gonna do our dandiest to take out this board state. But getting Aang down to 5 toughness, doubling on Burst Lightning, doubling on Burst Lightning. I suppose it looks like a full swing. They don't know we have the other Burst Lightning in hand is a big thing here. Doubling on Bulk Up, it's too bad we don't have 1 more mana on the board. In other words, we could have potentially won this turn depending on where they block. If we Burst Lightning now, take out the Eagle first, double, 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 hang down to 4 or just 2 to face. You're thinking Bulk Up over the Burst Lightning. But they got the block with the Eagle regardless. If we take out Eagle now, maybe the Fire Lord Azula survives. Wait for block. Not expecting the bulk up. Let's wait for blocks. Okay. Okay, right. So we could get them incredibly low, but we could die next turn if we don't take care of their creatures. Because we could die immediately. Just an air nomad or an eagle. Got 1 timer here, guys. It'll make them dead to burst, but I think we could die pretty easily. But let's risk it. Let's go for it, huh? Bulk up. Bulk up. It's too bad we didn't see more mana. Yeah, just 1 more mana. Get the good game ready. I do think they're going to have it, but I might be terribly wrong. What a risky play, man. This is fun. Are we doomed? No, I shouldn't drop that because it could be a little rude if it... Oh. Guys? Guys? Crazy like it should be, right? Okay. Yeah, there we go. All right, dude. What a game to end on.